Okay, today is a curried carrot ginger soup, a perfect spring addition. We are going to start with just a little knife skill introduction. We always want to use a sharp knife every time we start cooking. That's a honer. Most people think that's the sharpener, but it's used actually after sharpening. So put that aside for a minute. And we're going to use a sharpening stone. Couple dollars in the hardware store, not a big deal to get. Um, Easy to have in your cabinets. And you're just going to sharpen our knife and then use the honer afterwards to even out the blade. Next, we're going to chop our onion, and we want to just chop coarsely for this recipe because it's going to be pureed in a blender. Peel the onion, so not to worry about the sizes as long as it's just in pieces. Next, we're going to take our ginger root, and since we already have a very sharp knife, it's going to be very easy to peel off the outer layer of the ginger. And we're going to use a grater and grate about an inch or a tablespoon of ginger. Peeling our carrots, and then just also chopping these pretty coarsely. Not a big deal to have them in different sizes since they'll be pureed. Now we're going to add our canola oil to our pot and let that heat up a bit, adding the onions, giving them a stir, and adding a dash of salt and pepper. When we make our own soups, you don't need to add a lot of salt and pepper. You do need to add a little, but it's really never as much as if you got a soup out of a can. Next, we're going to add our carrots and just stirring those into the onions. And we're going to let this saute for about 5 to 7 minutes so they just get softened. We're going to then add our ginger and our curry powder and just give that a stir for about 30 seconds. You don't want that to burn. Now we're going to add in our vegetable stock. This is homemade vegetable stock, quick and easy to make. We're going to let this come up to a boil, then down to a simmer, and covered for about 15 minutes to soften up the vegetables. Okay, vegetables are done. We're going to puree our soup. Be very careful. It's very hot and it can spurt up, so be very careful when you use your blender or Vitamix or food processor. You can see this, how much it's spurting up. We're going to do this in batches. The soup will then go back into the soup pot, and you just want to give it a little reheating, give it a taste, see if it needs any more, a little more dash of salt and pepper. If you wanted to add a little more curry powder, if you thought it was too thick, you could add a little more stock if you'd like. But these proportions are pretty good. So I'm going to give it a little taste. And it tastes perfect. Delicious bowl of curried carrot ginger soup.